So, God is building a new heaven and a new earth, but it's not the way that we've been taught all this time. The way we've been taught all this time is counter to the way that God actually is intending to do the new heaven and a new earth. And what it means, new heaven and a new earth is, the things that we do on this earth, it literally affects the cosmos. And so what we, how we perform on earth determines, it affects everything. It affects our whole solar system. It affects our whole galaxy. So when God says that God is bringing a new heaven and a new earth, a lot of people, I don't know what people think. I know, like, some people have said, oh, we're gonna disappear and we're gonna go into heaven, and the earth is just gonna like blow up or something. I'm not saying that that's not gonna happen. I don't know. But I do know what God told me. And I do know how God is working in my personal life and in my family and just in the lives of people around me that I see. God has promised a lot of you, or a lot of us people, financial wealth. And so a lot of people are, if you are working towards that wealth, keep working. Keep doing it, because whatever God promised you, it will come to pass. But don't forget about, you can't work towards the financial wealth without working towards emotional, spiritual, physical, mental wealth as well. We see the world as it is now, and everybody knows that the wealthy run the earth. The way that these people who are wealthy have gotten their wealth was through ill-gotten means. A lot of people have died. Countries were taken over. Whole continents were taken over. Just think about the way that the wealth was made through, here in America, through the enslavement of indigenous people. And in whatever country, that you look at, you see this patriarchy. And it has completely taken over, but it has taken over in a very unethical way. And so what God is doing is building emotional, spiritual, mental, and physical wealth, so that when the financial wealth comes, we're emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually healthy enough to not abuse it and to not use the financial wealth to harm others. That is the new heaven, and that is the new earth. Running this world in a way that is equitable for everybody, in a way that nobody is harmed. You should not have to harm anybody to gain your wealth. And if you have to harm someone to gain your wealth, then that's not God inspired. It has never been God inspired. And so I just want to encourage people to continue to work towards your financial wealth. It's coming. But you have to work towards your mental, physical, emotional, and spiritual wealth first. Because the new heaven and the new earth that God has for us It does not involve just low morale. It does not involve taking advantage of people. It does not involve murdering people. It does not involve, the things that these wealthy people are doing now. It does not involve genocide. It does not involve, taking advantage of little children. It does not involve abuse of any kind. If you have a relationship with God, and it's a true relationship with God, why would you want to operate in any way other than spiritual health? And so, the way that we have religion, this is not what God intended. And I don't care who disagrees with that. I know what God has told me. And there are many people out here who know what God has told them. The world that we have now is not the way God intended. And it was never the way that God intended. And now it's time to change that. So, if God has promised you financial wealth and it's taken a while to get here, consider your mental wealth. Consider your spiritual wealth. Consider your emotional wealth. Consider your physical wealth. Because at this point, God is not going to distribute financial wealth to anyone who is going to take advantage of other people. And so, yeah, a lot of these people who are wealthy, they may have started out, with good intentions, but the system that they gained their wealth on was not paved with good intentions. And so in order to keep that wealth, they had to lower themselves to that system. God is raising the system. And if you want to be a part of that new raised system, you have to raise yourself. There's a lot of family trauma that needs to be cleared out. There's a lot of emotional trauma, physical trauma, spiritual trauma that needs to be cleared out. We have been taken advantage of. And when you are the victim of being taken advantage of, it hurts. And so once you're in that hurt position, now you have to be the one to clear out that position. And no, it doesn't seem fair, and it's not fair in certain ways because I'm not the one that hurt me, but you have to be the one to heal you so that you don't turn around and hurt somebody else the way that you were hurt. And so I just wanted to put out a word of encouragement that, God has promised. I know there are a lot of people out here that hear from God, and God has promised all these wonderful things, and God is waiting and ready to provide these wonderful things. But God is also waiting for us to do the shadow work, to go into your closet, to go into your prayer, to gain a relationship to gain a relationship with God. Learn who you are. Heal your traumas. Heal your pains so that you do not pass that on to your children or to anybody else. And if you have church hurt, and whatever church that is, whatever religion it is, clear that out so that God can give you what God has promised to give you. God bless.